Devotees, we encourage each and every one of you to raise a glass for our hand, close our eyes, prepare ourselves for Pravachan. Thinking of the Lord that is near and dear within your hearts. As we start with Omkar, asking of our Lord and Bhagwan, today, blessed are those who can be into satsang on this loving Sunday morning. And so, Lord, today you bestowed upon me yet another full week of my life, as I ask of you to re-energize us for the days, the weeks, the months, the years that is ahead of us. And so, we glorify Bhagwan in the simplest of all forms, in that form of Omkar. So together with one voice, we chant Om. Om Shri Ganeshaye Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charan Kamebhyo Namaha. Varnānāmarita sandānām rasānām chandasāmapi mangalānām chatkaro vande vani vinayaka. Bhavani Shankaro vande Shradhavika Swarupanam Yabhyam Vinasati Siddha Samantada Vikrame Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samskrita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Om Aim Klim Chandaye Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. वासुदेवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम हे रामा पुरुषोत्तम नरहरे नारायण केशव गोविंद देवाय तस्मै नमो नमः। Everybody together. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai, Ram. प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। sa Lord Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki. Come on. Not I said Jai man. Anybody named Jai naman there? Anyway, who named Jai? Raise your hand and see Jai. There, it's a Jai there. See? So let me hear. Prayers sa Lord Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki. See everybody think I color just now. Right? Devotees, first and foremost, let me take this opportunity this morning to say my honor pranam sitaram to each and every one of you for being here to join us into our beautiful satsang in the Sri Harnarayan Mandir here in Brampton, Ontario. And my friends, today how beautiful indeed that we can all gather together in such a beautiful format as we sit to perform our beautiful worship this morning. I must say thanks to each and every one of you for coming out and gracing us with your blessings here into satsang this morning. This morning, devotees, I was so beautiful that, some of you, new faces that I'm seeing in the mandir, and beautiful indeed was your renditions. So first of all, I want all of you to give all of those who have done your rendition here this morning and for your presence as well, a great round of applause for being here. Jai Shri Ram and Bhagwan's grace and blessings on you at all times. Devotees, for those of you who are watching us in the various platforms that is available at this present time, whether it is Facebook, YouTube, and all of these various platforms from the Sri Narayan Mandir here, I want to say thank you for permitting us to come into your home, your beautiful homes this morning, and to join with you into satsang as well. May that divine Bhagwan continue to shower his grace and blessings upon you from all of us here at the Sri Narayan Mandir, including all the Pandits, the Kirtan Mandal, and all the devotees of our beautiful Mandir. Thank you for permitting us this morning, and I hope that you're worshipping together with us. And so, devotees, this is your opportune moment for you to go on your phone or whatever computer and press send to somebody else so that you can share into the message this morning. And so, Prem Samalo Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki. Devotees, beautiful indeed this morning that we are celebrating the wonderful, wonderful birthday of some very wonderful individuals of our beautiful mandir here. The first one is going out to Shriman Brian G. and Amy. My friends, not this Brian, by the way. Okay? So, this Brian over here. Okay? Happy birthday to you and Shrimati Amy G. Happy birthday devotees too. Very, very, I would say stalwart and very educated children. So I think they deserve a great round of applause today. Happy birthday to the two of you as you celebrate this wonderful day. And how best to celebrate devotees when we can sit into the form of puja. Today I must say how grateful and blessed Mommy and Daddy is to have the two of you sit down and you take your dharma so righteously that you wanted to sit for puja. And devotees, in addition to that, Brian also just graduated from his university or college, and devotees, this morning I was smiling when I hear this beautiful story that was told about Brian this morning. And the story was that Brian's workplace when he graduated, his boss where he's working left the keys to a brand new Corvette on his desk and tell him to take the Corvette, Brian, and go to your graduation. And Brian refused to do it because he wants his mom and dad. If I know a Corvette, right? If I don't know what a Corvette, Panditjee Manny June outside the way, right? Just kidding, by the way. Okay? And devotees, Brian told the boss, you know what? I want to have a car that my entire family could sit in. Wonderful, Brian. Great remark. God blessings to you. All right? And devotees, not only that. This is what, when we sit into Puja Pratna, when we sit into Satsang, devotee does many great things to us. And one of those great things is, as soon as Brian graduated, he was already hired to start working. So, Amy, I hope you don't feel jealous with that. So much of Brian this morning, right? But devotees, this is a wonderful family, and may Bhagwan continue to bless them. So this birthday greetings is coming out from Mom, Dad, all of us here in the Mandir, and all the extended family that is here this morning to join with you to this satsang. We want to wish you a happy, happy birthday to the both of you, and may you have many, many more birthdays to come. God's grace and blessings at all time. And also this morning, my friends, we're also celebrating the birthday of our beloved sister, Shrimati Savitri Ji, who is also celebrating her birthday today. God's grace and blessing, and later on I'll sing you Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Okay? So, my friends, happy birthday to you. May Bhagwan's grace and blessings be with you always. Very, very stunned devotee of the Mandir here as well. And this is coming from all of us here in the Mandir, including your lovely daughter. I just must say, happy birthday to you. May you have many, many more birthdays to come. This morning as well, we're celebrating the birth of Shrimati Saviji. Savi is also another devotee. She's not here today, but devotees, there isn't anything that this Mandir ever wants, and all you have to do is that these are the devotees that comes to Harinarayan Mandir devotees. Soon as something is to be done, we just have to make a call to them when they're ready to give whatever support they possibly can. This birthday greeting is coming from your loving husband, Dara, and your wonderful children, as well as all the devotees here at the Mandir, all the Pandits as well. We wish you a happy, happy birthday, and may you have many more birthdays in the future. Here, devotees, yet another birthday celebration, and that is going to our lovely Panditjee Srimati Manny June, that is the daughter of Neville Ji and Mom, all the way from Brantford. Devotees, they attend this Mandir, and all the way from Brantford. So, when I tell somebody that lives at Bovier and Torbram to come to Mandir, I say, my God, Pandita Mandir, they're too far. Yeah? Imagine them at Bovier and Torbram, and I say the Mandir is up to yesterday, right? And they say, oh my God, Pandita Mandir, they're too far. So, choose the one that's close to you, then I'll go to it, right? There's close Mandir around Bovier and Torbram, so choose one and go, right? So devotees, too far is only in your mind. And here, these are individuals all the way from Brantford. We have devotees, Hamilton, your Kitchener, Waterloo coming to the Mandir here. And so devotees, here I want to say to Panditjee Melanie, from Mom and Dad, and your loving family, we want to wish you a happy birthday again from all of us here in our Mandir. God's grace and blessings always. And that being said, devotees, today, as we prepare ourselves for satsang, it's funny, like last night, I was doing a wedding ceremony, and I finished about 5 o'clock. And when I was walking out of the hall, an individual approached me and he says, Panditjee, can I talk to you for a second? And I go, yeah, sure, right? So he asked me, he says, what is our religion called? Is it Hinduism or Sri Satya Sanatana Dharma? Okay, what is your religion called? And please keep your answer to yourself, right? So what is this Dharma really called? And I think that today, many of us who are Hindu brothers and sisters, sometimes we become confused. And we must understand this. And I said, Bhaiya, in order for me to explain all of this to you today, and I hope, Bhaiya, if you're watching us on Facebook this morning, I want you to just send a quick comment and tell me that whether this was educational or not. So I said to him, instead of me standing up 1 hour in the parking lot, especially if you're at the wedding, right, and you leave the hall, today's wedding, when you go to it, while the Pandit do heating out there, I'll buy their out do their own thing too. I know the other thing is the matter, right? So before somebody said, Pandit, join with this chat here and you're going to do something, means that I will talk to you tomorrow, right? So, my friends, this is why today, as we sit into this beautiful satsang, so devotees, a Hindu is a person who adheres to Sri Satya Sanatana Dharma. Now, the word Hindu came about because of the Indus Valley civilization. I don't know if you know the Indus Valley civilization. It is the first known civilization to mankind. And because they were in the Indus Valley and trading was happening, everybody referred to them as, instead of Indus Valley civilization, they referred to them as Hindus. That's how we got the name Hindu. But the Dharma is called Sri Satya Sanatana Dharma. And here, devotees, it says that the word literally means the eternal religion, a religion that had no beginning or it has no end. And this is why he says that the best eternal religion of the world is to be a good human being. That is the greatest religion of the world. Be a good person. And this is the talents and the teachings of Sri Satya Sanatana Dharma.
Therefore, devotees, if you're good, you're loving, you're caring, and you're an individual that has contentment in you, then that makes you a Hindu. So, analyzing all of this, that makes the whole world Hindu. Regardless whether you're believing in the English faith, Islamic faith, if you're a kind, loving, respectable individual, then you are a Hindu. So then, devotees, he says, being a Hindu is more about, devotees, what you do and what you follow. A way of life that provides devotees meaning to your practice. This is why you see we go through all these rituals that we're doing. He says that our way of life is a liberal way of life, and permitting space for others to come and join in with you. That is a Hindu. That's why we sit into satsang. He says that the profoundness of Hindu teaching is that life and the soul is everlasting. Devotee, also you hear this, that we never, if we leave this world, it says that soul continues. It says reincarnation. We come back into the world. And here, devotees, the body depends on our action or the karma that we've performed. So this is why it is worthy for us to do good, righteous things, so that every time we come back into this world, that devotees, we take a higher status of life. And here, devotees, he says that in the Puranas, the Shastras, the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, all of these, devotees, are scripture that teaches us how to live a happy, successful, and a beautiful life. So now that we all understand what it means to be a Hindu, today I must say that, my friends, these are qualities that our loving child, Panditjee and Amy possess within them. I never see them angry. They always want to see me, Panditjee, and a big smile at their face as usual. And here we go, devotees. In the Shriram Charitamrita of Goswami Tulsidas Ji, he informs us like this. Solo Shiramachandra Bhagavate Jai. Namaratan, Namanirupa, Namajatanate, the devotees. Look how beautiful Tulsidas is writing this to us. And this is the composure of Shriram Charitamanas. And devotees, he says it that like this. You know, Tulsidas is one, I always tell you this in the he's one of the greatest poets. And you know, for those of you who know me, and many of you who are here, you know, you've gone to school and you've studied all the poetry and things. You remember Shakespeare? Anyone remember Shakespeare? Huh? See, we thought that Shakespeare was the greatest poet. I didn't realize that till I started reading the Ramayana. Then I realized that Tulsidas Ji devotees. Then I started to research it further and realized that Tulsidas Ji was one of the greatest poets of all times. And this is how beautifully he says. He says here, devotees, Nama Nirupa Nama Jatanate. He says that devotees, he says here that my child, understand this. The way a person knows value of things. All of you know values. He says the way a person knows values of things. Only such person can evaluate devotees, the true value of devotees, of the preciousness of any stones in this world. You know, stones, when Tulsidas, you think diamond only come out now? Huh? Diamond was way back into the ancient ages. And this is why it says the devotees, he says that only a person who understands value, understand the value of the preciousness of precious stones. Similarly, it is only a person who sees values in prayers and puja, devotees, godliness, that person realizes the greatness of Bhagwan. See? So beautiful Tulsidas Ji. It says only when a person knows the value. Today, all of us know the value of precious stones, but none of us know, many of us do not know the value of devotee, of puja and prayer. Look at the world today. Many of us are running towards the material things in life. And the greatest things that we should be paying attention to, my friends, is the mantras, the puja, the satsang, the bhajan, the kirtanam that we are involved into. Here, Tulsidas Ji, when he continues, he says that, you see, these are opportunity that's given. This is why blessed are these wonderful children, their parents, and all of you, that this morning, devotees, you've took that time out to be into satsang. You've took that time out to come and participate. You've taken that time out to come and do abhishekam onto the lingam. You've taken that time out, devotees, to, you know, my friends, to be here with this family, to stand beside them, and congratulate them for their accomplishment and achievements in life. Today, mom and dad is so proud because why? One of the greatest precious gem into their lives is their two wonderful children, and they have now devotees not only celebrate their birthdays, but also devotees show them that I could go the next level in life. Panditjee, you graduated, right? And then your sister now, when she graduated, then you take all the money and keep on it. Right? There we go. See, my friends? All of this is the greatness and rewards of life. And here, my friends, it says here, but this should not be the only reason for us to perform worship and prayer, devotees. That's because, you know, when many of us, we only think that when we go through difficult times in life, that the only time people sometimes remember Panditjee, you know, when they go through problems in life. You know, last night when I reached home, somebody came and said, Baba, can you open book for me? So I said, everything okay? He said, I feel good, man. Can you open book for me? So I said, which one you want me? Size book? Which book you want to? Right? And then he said, hey, I've been here on you for about 10 years. What happened? Right? See, devotees, let's not wait until a situation happens in our life to remember Bhagwan. This should be devotees an everyday thing. And it says here, it says, for one of our scripture, the devotees call it Yoga Darshan. Yoga Darshan says to us, in the Yoga Darshana, it tells us, devotees, this is how it tells us. स्वाध्याय देशत देवत संप्रयोग devotees. Swadhyaya desh tadevata samprayoga. He says that when one offers prayers to Bhagwan, samdhyaya desh. He says that when one offers prayers to Bhagwan, in reality they become face to face with who you think. If you're offering prayers to Bhagwan, who are you face to face with? With the Bhagwan. He says here, the devotees, and this is why mantra and prayers is so important in our lives. This is why today, when these individuals can sit and offer puja, this is why devotees, when everything that we do in our life, we see God in front of everything. It says here, the devotees, mantra, it impacts our life in a very positive way. It says, the word mantra is a Sanskrit word. Mantra can be a word, it can be a phrase, it can be, devotees, millions and millions of words put together to create a mantra. But devotees, do you know what is the most powerful mantra in this age that we're living in? It is said that Bhagwan Brahmaji served as the creator of this entire universe. Devotees, by virtue of the power of this one mantra alone. Can you imagine God himself, Brahma? Devotees serve this entire universe as the creator using this one mantra. And devotees, and that mantra, devotee Brahma, he composed the 4 Vedas of the world. And he says that that mantra that he composed was called the Veda Mata, the mother of the Vedas, by this one mantra alone. And devotees, do you know what the scripture tells us in the Vedas? It says, Sarva Vedam Nam Gayatri Sarvuchyate. The devotees, Sarva Vedanam Gayatri Muchyate. Anybody know what the mantra is? We got an answer?
Gayatri.
Jai Bhagwan, how are you going to read Sanskrit now? Right? This was the devotees, this mantra was called the Ved Mata. Everybody repeat it, Ved Mata.
Ved Mata.
Ved Mata means the mother of the Vedas. So when you open the Vedas, this is what you will see. Devotees, it says here, Gayatri. Devotees in Bhagwan Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagwan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Gayatri Chan Samhama, the devotees among all the mantras of the world, I am the Gayatri mantra. See how beautiful Bhagwan Krishna did this? And this is why devotees, and it goes like this. Om Bhur Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yona Prachodayat.
Savitur Valerium, Virgo Devasya Dhimari, Dio Yona Prachodaya.
Wow, Kumarji, I think I got the kata right here. Yeah? Beautiful. You look how beautiful, all of you. So beautiful, you chant the name. Now, if somebody was to ask you, now that I know all of you know the Gayatri Mantra, if somebody was to ask you, so tell me what it means. They said, Papri. What me to tell you? Right? All of you say, look, all of me know, me Pandit said, we must recite this every day. Right? But devotees, I'm going to break this down word for word so that you understand. Whose Om? Om is Bhagwan. See? So you start your prayer by calling name onto Bhagwan. He says, who means devotees, he refers to Bhumi Mata. Who's Bhumi? The earth. He says here the land, the earth, this world that gives us so much. This is what this prayer is saying, devotees. This simple mantra, this is what it's telling you. Now, just, well, we're going to do a quick survey right now, right? From a Pandit book, may put them inside. How many of you recite Gayatri Mantra every day? Raise your hand and see. I don't lie, you know, I don't here, right? Good, very good. See devotees? Very, very good. God bless you. And this is the mantra that you should say, devotees. He says, Om Bhu, remember, Bhu is this earth, is this land that gives us so much. That Bhagwan, look how much you're giving to us. And he says, Bhua, he says, one who takes away our sufferings. He says here, Swa, not Swaha, you know, not Om Bhur Bhua Swaha. Om Bhur Bhua Swa. He says the Swa means one that gives us happiness and contentment. This by very contented. Happiness over here. See? Happiness and contentment. And he says that refers to devotees. He refers to the supreme God of all. Tat Purusha in Sanskrit. And here, Savitur means the creator of all things. Didn't God create everything? He created me, He created you. He created the food that we eat. And here, devotees, he says here, Varenyam, that which is outstanding. And welcome, and we welcome all of that which is outstanding and welcomes all creatures of this world. Devotees, you see the way God welcomed you and I? The same way He welcomes the monkey, the same way He welcomes the cows. This is why Bhagwan Krishna devotee, Basuriwala. Basuriwala, fall asleep on me, So, right? And the Basuri plays devotees, he says, even all the cows and everything becomes happy. You see devotees? And he says here, he says, Virgo means it refers to the purest form. This is why as Hindu devotees, we purify ourselves. Everything that we do to sit here for satsang today, we were supposed to keep ourselves clean to come to sit to Bhagwan. So the purest form. And he says, Devasya refers to that which belongs to God. Tell me when I belong to God. Now Bhagwan, I know that everything belongs to you. Everything. He says here, Devahi means, okay, with contemplation. See, devotee, we must sit in front of an altar. Om Bhur Bhuswa Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Deva Shadimahi Yo Yona Prachodaya. By seeing that Bhagwan, contemplating upon him. And this is why devotee repetitions, it brings that contemplation to one. And it says, Dio means, it says, you know, to denotes the mind and the intellect. Get rid of the things that is negative in this mind. Yo refers to, nalakaram children today, yo man, you know devotees. I think I mentioned this in the Monday before. I was going to Florida to do a funeral service, and a young man came up to me. The one I asked the mother who's sitting to perform all the last rites, and He says, "Oh, my son, Panditjee Manny June," and Kali sent him in. What did he say? "You, man, you ask you for me?" See, devotees, I had to pull him down and have a little chat with him. I said, "Look, when me come pan, you refers to mother goat. Me look come mama goat to you." Okay? So, respect me. Call me by my proper name. Don't call me you. Right? And then again he comes and said, "I is sitting down." So he said, "But when you are Englishman really? I is sitting down." You see, devotees, these are some of the contents that we must change it on. Grow up our children properly. And here it says, "Yo" refers to Bhagwan, in this case, God. And it says "na" means one. And it says "prachodaya," it says that devotees, he is the motivative form to encourage us in all good deeds. Bhagwan is the one that does that. In other words, devotee, the Gayatri mantra is the greatest mantra because it says that, "O Lord of the universe," in one simple sentence now, is everything that I've just said to you in one little sentence. What he's saying is, "O Lord," Brahma is actually saying this. He says, "O Lord of the universe, Lord, you are our protector. The one who takes away all of our sufferings. You give happiness and contentment to every single living creatures of this world. We contemplate and meditate to you, O Creator of the universe, in the form of knowledge and pure brilliance. Prabhu, please motivate us to do good deeds at all times." This is what that mantra is saying. So why would you not want to say it every day? Huh? Why would we not want to? This is why devotees say again in the Shri Ram Charitamanas of Prabhu Shri Ram Tulsidas Ji's telling us here. Devotees, Shri Ram coming back from Bali and returning back to Ayodhya, he sits in a congregation with all the citizens of Ayodhya, and devotee with folded hand, this is how he speaks to them. "Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram." how beautiful Prabhu Shri himself is trying to teach us here. He says, in this age of Kalyug, Bhavatu Bhava Anaka Ala Samung, the devotees, in this age of Kalyug, this is the age you and I are living in now. He says here that one can achieve salvation, devotees, just by reciting the name of Bhagwan. Just by reciting the name of Bhagwan. Just by saying Om Namah Shivaya. Or, devotees, together, Om Bhur Bhuva. Jai Bhagwan. Why asleep, man? Let me go to the come. Om. Okay, devotees, I want you to think of it this way. Imagine Bhagwan, they're outside a mandir right now, and you want him here, you call him. How would you call him? I'm here. I hold on, we'll continue furthermore. Now, imagine I in a house. Spouse, imagine I yell at each other in a house, right? And let me hear again. Children, imagine I fight with your sister in a house, and I say it like that, right? So let me hear. 1, 2, 3. I want remember, hold on. Understand this. All of you that are live right now too on Facebook right now, and there's hundreds of people watching you as well. So I'm not shame, I'm not cover your face or thing on the attack, right? So let everybody see what Harinarayan Mandir is capable of doing. So 1, 2, 3, go.
Om Bhurvaswah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
Very good, devotees, but Brian cheap. He did on the mic. Right? So, okay. So here, devotees, it says that this beautiful, Bhagwan Shri Ram himself is saying, he says, in this age of Kalyug, one can achieve salvation just by repeating the name of Bhagwan or the Gayatri Mantra. Devotees, he says every day you do this. And it is stated that if we chant this Gayatri Mantra, my friends, he says, only one time. Here is where the scripture is going. This is come from our Shastras now. Shastra means the law that is being written down. And here it says in the Shastra, it says, one recites the Gayatri Mantra only one time a day. It says, sins is removed for that day. Just by reciting Gayatri Mantra. So, he says, you chant this mantra 10 times a day, and sins for that entire day and night is burnt away. He says you chant it 100 times, and he says it burns away sins for the week. And it says chant it 1,000 times, it burns away sins for the month. Chant it 10,000 times, and devotees, it burns away sins for the year. Can you imagine how powerful this mantra is? This is not Panditjee, this is scripture, devotees telling us this. And here, in other words, devotee, chanting the Gayatri Mantra burn away past sins that we have. And devotees, I tell you, there is nobody except for Pandit Manny that have sins in them. Right? All of us, sorry, including me too. All of us have sinful things happening. He says, devotees, but if you were to chant this sacred mantra, and here's the problem with us today. We do the right thing, but then after we're done, we're going to do right. See? Remember this. He said that if you chant the Gayatri Mantra and it's burning away all the sin, but then you go and commit another sin, then what happens? If you got money in the bank and you keep taking money out and devotees, and you're not putting more money in, then what happens to your bank account? Alright? See, I let the talk so you can visually see it. Your bank account go empty. See? So devotees reciting the Gayatri Mantra, it removes obstacles, it encourages noble thoughts. When you sit and you glorify, it improves judgment, self-confidence, patience, devotees' compassion, peacefulness. If you can't sleep night time, close your eyes and say, Om Bhurvaswah, devotees. Trust me, you'll fall asleep within seconds. Some people tell me they come sheep and jump. Right? My mom used to tell me, every time I sleep, go shut your count too much sheep you see. I said, Mommy, I already count 5,000. right? See, chant and glorify Gayatri Mantra devotees and you will see how beautiful and peaceful it will be. It says here, bring contentment. It promotes knowledge, creativity, insight, fame, longevity. This is what this little mantra can do to us. And this devotee is the power of prayers. And this is why the poet tells us in such a beautiful way, devotees, when the poet tells us that when you can chant. Here, the poet encourages us that when we can go to the feet of Bhagwan, then we will definitely see the power of that Lord. And here, my friends, Om. And today, to our loving daughter and our son is celebrating their birthday as well. It says that the power of God, when a person sits in the satsang, they become one with that Lord. It says here, ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन वो तो गली गली हरी गुन गाने लगी महलों में परी बन की जो चल मेरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन individuals who are celebrating, and the Shri Hangarine on their way.
Radhe Radhe Japa Karo Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
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 Radhe 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 Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe
Radhe
Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe Japa Karo
Radhe Radhe Japa Karo Radhe Radhe Japa Karo Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
Radhe Radhe Japa Karo Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
Radhe Radhe Japa
Again, I would like to say happy birthday to my Pravachan, Amy G, Saviji, Melanie G. Thank you so much for blessing us so that we can celebrate this wonderful day with you. And this greeting is coming from each and every one of us here at the Mandir. And I want you to listen how beautiful they will sing to wish you all the best in your birthday.
Radhe Radhe Japa Karo Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
Radhe Radhe Japa Karo Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
Krishna Nam Rasa Piya.
Par par dil aaye, par par dil aaye.
Baar baar dil ye aaye, baar baar dil ye aaye.
Tujhe bazaar hoga, ye meri arzu. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all. Happy birthday to oh, happy birthday to oh, happy birthday
May God's grace and blessings be upon all of you who are celebrating this wonderful, wonderful birthday. And also my friends, I know that Amy G and Ryan are saying happy birthday to you. They are saying happy birthday to me and Savitri G as well. If they're in the number. Happy birthday to me, eh? Good. God's grace and blessings. May you have long life. Devotees, so let us continue to do the recitation of our Gayatri mantra and enjoy the beauty that God has given to us. And that being said, devotees, practice makes us all become perfect. Hold Bhagwan within the hearts. That's today's katha. So my friends, I want each and every one of you to stand up as we do our final Purnahuti, and it's going to take us straight into Arati, and it'll bring us to the end. I want all of you to imagine that the fire is lit before you. All of you who are in the mandir, you have that opportunity to be at the beautiful sunset today. But for those of you who are sitting in the comforts of your own homes as well, please, if you can, stand up. Imagine that there's a host of light before you, and that the energy of the Shri Hangarine mandir comes within your homes. As we place the first offerings into the fire, we ask for Bhagwan Pradat, Lord, that there always be peace into our homes and in our lives. Together we all say, Om Sarve Purnagam Swaha Iti Sarve Purnagam Namaha. Second portion, is to bring happiness into our homes and our lives.
Om Sarve Purnavang Swaha Iti Sarve Purnavang Namaha.
The final offerings that is being made into that hotel. We ask the Bhagavad that Bhagavan born within this negative from within us. As the fuel is traveling into this entire mandir, may that energy reaches the homes of those of you who are not here today. And may our entire home be purified. More so, for those of us who are fortunate to be into satsang, as we breathe the incense from that hotel, to burn away sickness and difficulties from within this body, soul, and mind. And most importantly, let our lives also be filled with barakat. Barakat means how little you have must always be sufficient into your lives. So this one, I will ask Panditjee to direct them to pass it around 3 times over the fire before they place it in.
Om Tripuram Tripurdharam Trivargyanamirupinam Trilokyam Valitam Trimutim Pujaya. Together, Om Sarve Purnavang Swaha Idam Achmanyam Samarapyami.
Devotees, all of you, imagine that the fire is lighting before you. I'm going to ask all of you to place your hand out like this, and devotees, and then you dip your hand and wave it from head to toe as you take the holy name of God. And the devotees, the Hotram incense, pass it over the body for purification.
Om Agni Mele Purohitam Yagyascha Hutramitra Chandru Hutratma Dhatvam Shri Agni Devayabhyo Namaha. Sarpapaharang Nipyatange Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Harpare Nirmam Shri Lakshmi Sarvada.
Devotees, just before I go to the closing today, I also want to take this opportunity to wish my 2 beautiful, wonderful godchildren a happy birthday, Srimati Nikitaji and Trishaji. My friends, I know that they weren't here for last week, but I want to say happy birthday to 2 of you. May Bhagwan's grace and blessings always be upon you. Devotees coming from mom and dad as well as all the devotees of this mandir. So, my friends, to these wonderful children, God's grace and blessings all time. Also, devotees, if I may add on to this, watching us from New York at this particular moment is Bahin Janet Dugnat is watching us, and Bahin Teresa Prasad is watching us. I'm sure these are family of yours, right? Janet Dugnat and that. So I'd like to say thank you very much for permitting us to come into your homes, and please make sure that, my friends, that you continue to watch us every single Sunday. God's grace and blessings to all of you who have spent this moment with us this morning. So we prepare for Aarti as we wave that sacred light, as we ask the Mahalakshmi Ma that the beauty of that light is that whenever it is waved, it purifies, it sanctifies, and most importantly, it tells us that Bhagwan, your presence is beyond all.
Yanitani Shapapani Janmantarkritani Tani Tani Vinashanti Panakshanaye Pare Pare.
आरती के जय श्री रघुवर के दशरथ नंदन सीता वर के आरती के आरती के जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीता वर की आरती की जय।
Before joining closing prayers and the prayers is voice of God. Om Tumeva Mata Swapita Tumeva Kandush Twameva Tribinam Twameva Twameva Sarvam Papoham papakarmahan papyatma papasambhav Aimat purnilikasham sarva papo Prahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardanam शांति अंतरिक्षम
शांति
पृथ्वी
शांति
आकाश
शांति
औषधय
शांति
वनस्पत्य
शांति
विश्वदेव
शांति
ब्रह्मा शांति सर्व
सर्वं
शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेहि शांति 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 ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः प्रेम से बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोल श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोल श्री कैलाशपति भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोल श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम Devotees, this brings us to the end of today's session. So once again, I would like to say Dhanyavad and thanks to all of you who attended in today's presence in the Mandir and those who are watching us live and supporting us in various platforms. May God bless you, yourself, and your family, and do have a safe and blessed week ahead. Dhanyavad and thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. Thank you, Pandit Krishna. And I must say thank you all very, very much, devotees. Just before we go to closing and complete here today, also the family would like to extend a very, very warm thank you to all of you for being part of the service with them this morning. And most importantly, after receiving your Aarti, Panchamrit, and Prasadam here, upstairs there is the family, as you know, who's prepared bhojan. So please make sure to indulge in some before you take leave this evening. But all of that being said, while we're collecting our Aarti and our Panchamrit and our Prasadam, I'm going to ask our wonderful, wonderful singers to come and do one more rendition for Mamaji and the two wonderful children here to come give us their renditions while we're doing that. So please make sure I get all your bhajan ready. Right? Good. Also, my friends, I would like to say to all our Facebook friends as well, thank you for joining us this day and permitting us to come to your homes, especially those from far and near that is watching this. God's grace and blessings.
तेरे माँ प्यारी प्यारी चुनरिया में लाल लाल तेरे माँ प्यारी प्यारी चुनरिया में प्यारी प्यारी चुनरिया में लाल लाल
You done? Right here, no?
जीलेंगे सरकार तेरी सरकारी में जीलेंगे सरकार तेरी सरकारी में हमें रंगलिया मेरे शान तेरी दरबारी में ओ हमें रंगलिया मेरे शान तेरी दरबारी में जीलेंगे सरकार तेरी सरकारी
Thank you, devotees, and let me say thank you all for coming and joining us in the satsang today, and this will then bring us to the end of this morning's satsang. For those of you who's watching us, may Bhagwan's grace and blessings to you to permit us to come into your home. Jai Shri Ram.